I want to talk a little bit about the finals that year. Just going up against that Golden State team. Obviously, they had won 2 straight championships. Kevin's banged up. Couldn't have predicted Clay would go down in Game 6, but that your team's mindset going into that series, going up against an historically great team who had won 2 straight championships, where was sort of the level of confidence and just the level of euphoria that you had? Because I always tell people, like, the deeper you go in the playoffs, the more awesome it gets.
Yep.
There's just so many eyes. There's so much buzz.
Yeah, it's like
there's
every day.
Every round you advance, you just feel more confident. Like it's sort of like getting to the Super Bowl, you know? Right. And so just where was your team at going to that series facing those guys?
Yeah, and I think, like you're saying, like even the finals, like, like the media is crazy. Like every single game, every single practice. Like, so it's just like, it's so like I feel like everything just feels brighter, right? Like it was crazy. And I think for us coming in, we played like Golden State well, like all year. We felt like, so again, I liked, playing against them because it was mostly like guys that can, there was no real big guy really, right? Like they all guards. I mean, I like to guard guards, and we can switch, like we can do all those things. And obviously, I mean, when they had KD and and Clay and all that, it's like harder. And I think for us, it was like, okay, like some of those guys going down. And it was like, now I was like, we just got a triple team Curry, like, and then like like at the end of the day, like. Not saying the other guys are not good, but like, I just don't want Curry to get 50. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? And the rest, like, we can fight. Like, we're gonna scrap, like, pass the ball to somebody. We running out there. We, like, challenging. But I think for us, like, we thought we had a chance because like we always played them well. Like, obviously it was Golden State, but in our heads, it was like the way we matched up, we felt like it was a good matchup for us. Like, like I think playing Philly was like super tough because like, like it was like you got Joe, they have like really tall and like physical team. Not saying that Golden State wasn't physical, but like they had more like, like it's more like, guards and it's like kind of guard play. And for us, it matched what we did because everyone could switch. Like we had the personnel to do it. And I mean, it was going to be a lot harder with Kevin Durant and you know what I mean, like in there, but I like that matchup, to be honest.
So you just mentioned this, and I feel like a lot of people right now are probably wondering this. If you're not going to triple him, how are you supposed to defend Steph?
Yeah, man, I don't know. Yeah, I can't tell you that, bro. Like this guy is like, I mean, most of the time it feels like he's just like throwing that thing up, like it goes in every time. Like he's just so incredible, like and I think one of the things that we always done is like, like we're gonna try to take the best player out. Like that's sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But especially with a guy as incredible as Curry, that's what you have to do. You have to there's no. I can't just watch him just come off screens and shoot from like half court knowing that it's going in and still let him do it. You know what I mean? Like, and I know sometimes it's like, oh yeah, you think he's far, but like, bro, this guy is like a layup. So it's like you have to take away what he does best, and yeah, I think you have to. That's to answer your question, you have to, bro. Like
you have to basically try to make someone else go for 30.
Yeah, for me it's like I think I'd rather watch. I don't know, like the third best player or the fourth best player on that team score than like seeing the best player just get whatever they want. And
I don't remember Draymond and him doing this last year, but the thing I've seen a bunch this year is when you blitz him with the big, he'll just get off the ball super early to Draymond, and then Draymond will come right back for a DHO. Because if you I'm sure guarded guys and you've been in a trap, but if you're the guy guarding the ball in a trap, as soon as he gives up that ball, your natural instinct is to turn because now it's a 4-on-3. And what they figured out is he's coming right back off the DHO. And they did a similar thing last year, but it wasn't on that. But it was just the way that Draymond was flipping screens. Yeah, like the two of them, to me, the tandem there, the level of basketball intelligence, obviously Curry's skill set, but Draymond as a screener, Draymond as a passer, Draymond willing to manipulate defenses. They're just so smart. That's what makes them so hard to guard.
I think so. And one thing is like that's underrated is like Steph like level of conditioning is crazy Because I think for me, just watching him, like he gives up the ball and he always moving, like he like just running and he can still run that fast and trying to get open. And once he catches it, like he can still make it like it was a layup. You know, like I think for me that's like, because again, if it was just somebody that when he gives the ball up and you can kind of like be there and he's gonna like just stay there a little bit and kind of like give up. He keeps moving the whole possession from here to here and still have the level like focus to like make the shot every time. And obviously like those guys finding them is incredible. But yeah, like I think Steph just, his I don't know. I think his conditioning, I think is underrated because the way he runs everywhere to get open every night is crazy.